already. That's really weird looking at myself in two places.
Two different
Hello.
places.
Hello, Alison. Thank you for coming on here.
You are so welcome anytime.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. So, I've invited Alison on here today to talk about her journey in the mastermind, um, and everything really, just everything.
A bit of
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. So, tell people a bit about who you are and what you do to start with, and we'll come back to the mastermind.
Okay, okay. So I am Alison. Am I 45 years old now? I'm up in Liverpool and I have been in the beauty industry for 26 years in April, so 26 years next month. And I have been a Tropic ambassador for 8 years now. I'm an executive leader, so I am a leader of leaders. I've got a growing team. We've got a lovely team. We've got a lovely sort of ethic within the team. We all help one another. It's a lovely place to be. I have grown my business massively, as you know, since I started working with you back in, was it 2023? I can't remember.
Probably
But
2 or 3 years ago, wasn't
at
it?
least 2 or 3 years ago, yeah, because I'd sort of spotted you. I don't even know where I met you. I'd spotted you somewhere on the internet, and I thought, oh, who's this lady? Oh, and just I think the way that you talk is so simple and easy, and it's you say blunt, but I think it's nice. Like I don't know what the right word is. It's like very easy to understand for me. So it was very easy because a lot of people fluff and faff and talk a lot of jargon, but I like to know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and what I'm going to get from doing it. So when I discovered you and you were like that, I was like, right, we need to find out who Anna is. And I came and took some courses with you. I think it
Yeah.
was it could have been the customer or the recruiting success course, whenever that ran. And I thought, oh, I like
Yeah.
the results that I'm getting from working with this lady. So yeah, I came and joined your membership. I probably joined the Success
Yeah.
Lounge first, then maybe the Leader Lounge. And yeah, I've just really enjoyed being part of the community, I suppose, mostly. But what I've learned, I think what I've learned from you, I've not been able to learn that from anywhere else. And I've learned it more easily because I've understood it more. And the way that you teach obviously just works with my brain quite well. And I pick the things up and I actually do the stuff that you teach us to do, which I've never done before.
I love it.
Oh.
So let's go back. So you joined the Success Lounge, you joined the Leader Lounge, you were taking that little step into my world. And at that stage, if I remember rightly, you had a team,
Yeah, only a small one then.
small team. You kept telling me it was a small team, but there were 20 people in your team. So it wasn't a small team. And I remember this because I remember going, Alison, stop calling it small because it's really not small.
Okay.
Um, but they were occasional working ambassadors, weren't they? They
Yes.
were plodding along,
Yeah. Great little
selling some stuff.
businesses. Yeah, definitely. Great little businesses. But I knew that I wanted to grow that more because I'd made the decision back in 2020 that I wanted to become a leader. But I sort of didn't figure out how to grow that and make that bigger in a way that I understood. So you definitely helped me to figure out what my strengths were and the things that I needed tweaking and changing. And you helped with a path that I could follow quite easily for myself and how my brain works. So because I always say to you, don't I need the words to say to be able to go and say them. But I'm quite a tick box girl. I need to have the boxes to tick. I need to have a bit of a strategy. And there wasn't really anywhere I could go to get that strategy. So you helped me with that and you helped me figure it out in a way that I found simple to do. Because the word that I focused on for the first year I worked with you was clarity. And then the next year we picked a word and it was fluid consistency for me, that one, because I like to be consistent, but I have various health conditions and stuff. I've got part time, I work in my beauty business still. So I had to be able to have that fluid consistency. So it doesn't have to be regimented, but it has to work for my business. So that's definitely what I think that I've learned from the lounge, the masterminds, working with you, because we've worked very much on a one-to-one basis lots and lots of times, haven't we?
Yes, yeah, over the past 2 years. So you started in my mastermind.
The
Crikey.
very first one,
So that will have been January 23.
2 years ago, yes.
Yeah. Um, so you came into that mastermind, if I remember rightly, you wanted to get your team building. So
Yes.
you wanted your team to be building a team
Hmm.
and you wanted to be growing it in a more that it wasn't just you.
Yes, 100%. So
Yeah.
then, of course, I think did I recruit about 12 people during that mastermind, and they've all come into the business. They've all stayed within the business, because I think for me, I knew that I had to make that step up to grow myself to enable to help the team to grow as well, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's definitely what I needed.
Yes, and we had a conversation as well, didn't you? Because you did the first mastermind and you did really, really well and grew your team and they started doing what they needed to do as well to help you grow and scale. But I remember having a conversation with you about the fact that you wanted to go in and implement it all. That was your next plan.
Yes,
You
yes,
wanted to go in, implement it all, and start putting it all into action.
yes. And that was
Yeah.
important for me because I'm very much one for going around in that circle of learn, 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 learn. Watch all the stuff, don't do anything. So I actually have to have that accountability and go away and get that stuff done.
Yeah.
Because, of course, if we don't action what we've learned, not what's the point in learning, because there's always a point in learning, but we want to be, because for me, straight away, with training with you, I've always said if you want to be successful in something, you find that person that's doing that thing and you grab them by the coattails and you run with them doing it. Because there's no point spending money, whether it's 10 pence or £10,000, on following someone that isn't going to give you anything to actually implement. So actually having the tools and doing it. So I very much value my own professional and personal development. So being able to learn all that, but then having the tools from you to actually go and implement it. Because it's not just this is how you do it, this is what to do. It's the actual skills to be able to physically go away and do it, which over the
Yeah.
last, gosh, I've 20 odd years I've been in this business and I've done so many courses in many, many different things, like employing people within the salon, all kinds of stuff. It's the actual implementation of the learning that is the important thing for me.
Yeah.
And that's what I
Yeah.
value highly.
Yeah. Because I remember conversations that we've had many times. You know what you should be doing. And this is the ongoing thing with all my mastermindees, I'd say. Know what you should be doing. You've done the training, you've done the stuff, but there's something not
Yeah,
happening.
I think we can be shown the stuff, but we have to also have it translated into something that we understand for ourselves and something that works for us. And I
Yeah.
remember the very first mastermind, we knew what it was going to be ish, but none of us really comprehended the impact it was going to have on us because it was like, wow, there's like, was there 12 or 16 of us on it? I can't remember how many of us were on
Yeah,
it,
I
but
can't remember.
we mainly got the support from understanding that other women in our position, in all different kinds of positions within companies and different types of companies, it wasn't just like skincare or candles, or it was
Yeah.
completely across the board. And it was understanding that these women had the same problems as I did. And we laughed at each other. We probably cried as well at some point,
Yeah.
to have that recognition within a group of women who are there to support one another. I know we've had men in the masterminds as well now, but it was so eye-opening for me to actually get that because being a network marketer and I have my salon from home now, I don't have colleagues. So this community, you guys are, of course, my team and my colleagues as well, but it's so nice to have that wider, like, and I have to say the ladies that I've met through the Success Lounge, and I buy my cleaning products from them, I buy my book gifts for my nieces and nephews from them. So it sort of creates that nice, friendly
It
atmosphere as well as
it
the work
does.
life stuff.
Yeah. And how do you think that differs from being part of a wider team within your company? Because I know a lot of people say, they tell me, oh, but I've got that from my team. I've got that from my company structure. I get that support already. I don't think it's the same.
No, it's totally different because I'm very lucky. I'm from a lovely, lovely team. My uplines are fabulous. We've got a really, really good, strong, the business as well. The company itself are great teachers and trainers and doing stuff, but it's totally different than a team thing. Like I even noticed today, one of the ladies that I've met through working with yourself, and she isn't necessarily network marketing. She sells beautiful gifts and things that you can buy. And I opened up one of her posts on Facebook, and there's loads of different people from loads of different companies just commenting and supporting her and saying, no, they've seen the latest thing that she's got to sell. So it's, I suppose it makes you less tunnel visioned because you get to meet people from lots and lots of different companies. And because so many different places have different ways of teaching and training, you also get to hear what happens on that side of the fence as well, and that side of the fence. And
Yeah.
yeah,
It's all those different ways of doing things,
yeah,
just from outside of your team, even within Tropic. So I know you've been in the mastermind with 3 or 4 Tropic ladies this
yeah,
time,
yeah,
who are all at different positions in different teams within the country, and those inspiration and ideas that are coming through there as well. It's
yeah,
great.
yeah. Because it's things that they might have learned through their downline, through someone has taught or said or discussed that. It's that cross line stuff as well that we're all helping one another with different ideas and the collaborations as well
Yeah.
with different people, different companies.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant. It is good. Yeah.
Lovely
So
community.
you've done three masterminds now of mine.
Yes, I did two back to back, and then I decided January last year, and I knew I wanted to come back into one in October last
Yeah.
year because I wanted to implement it. Of course, my business just exploded, didn't it, earlier on
Yes.
last year? So that was good that I had those skills there to help me deal with that expansion of the business.
Yeah.
But I knew I always wanted to come back to something else because every level brings a new devil as such, doesn't it? Each time you move forward,
Yeah.
you have to work with something else and to have the skills to be able to do that more easily as well. Because I'm sure I could maybe get there on my own, but I'd rather do it with some support and some help and some strategy and some what would the right word be? I suppose it's that tick box, isn't it? That I like that this is what I'm going to do because this is if I do this, I'll get this. We know what the because I'll do the actions and the results will come themselves then.
Yeah. I think one of the words you've used before has been give that permission.
100%, yeah.
So
If I don't know what to
yeah.
say, like we've had a conversation this morning, haven't I? There's a solution I want to solve. So just speaking to you and tweaking my messaging with you has got me better results in a shorter space of time. So
Yeah.
that's probably the important bit.
And things like when you've been planning your team trainings and team development things, being able to bounce around ideas of things like that have been massively helpful for
Yeah,
you, which I
yeah,
know we've had many discussions around.
yeah, definitely. Because it's also people saying, "Well, that didn't work for me, so I did it this way."
Yeah.
And having that, and because you are quite straight up, you'll say, "No, Alison, that's not going to work. Don't be going off on that tangent. Let's stick with this tangent. Let's focus on what you really want."
Yeah. Keeping your eye on the prize.
Because we know what I'm like. I like to go and create a new spreadsheet and let's do a little Canva picture. No, Alison, just
Just do the two. Just
you
do the two.
do. Yeah, don't make
Yeah.
another cup of tea.
Yes. So, for anybody listening now, what would you say to them if they're considering the mastermind? What might be going through their heads, and what would you say?
I would probably say for most people it would be about cost, but I appreciate that new mastermind's got an amazing. It's not a lot of cost at all because to me, you have to weigh up the value as to what is going to happen for you this year in your business when you actually make that decision to invest in yourself and your business. Because for me, it, if I had to weigh up the cost to the value is here and the cost is here because I've way over earned what I've spent on and I've learned so much from actually doing the mastermind. So I suppose if people are on the fence about it, I would say give it a go because if you're on the fence about it, you something in your mind saying that you need it. There's absolutely no way that you would come away not learning something you are absolutely going to learn. I think even from your first session, you're going to learn something, but having that ability to have that space and that place to go and ask the questions, get the answers, and go away and get the results that you're looking for. So yeah, I'd say if anyone's thinking about it, drop me a message, drop you a message, speak to
Yeah,
any of the
yeah.
other mastermindees because it's a decision ultimately everyone has to make themselves, of course. And I appreciate everyone's in a different position. But if you are really wanting to grow your business this year, I could not recommend it more because for me, I would not be without it because I do want to go to the top of my commission structure. I do want to be a diamond within Tropic. So I know that I have to get there. It's a very simple procedure. It's not easy, but having the steps there, but knowing that I'll get the help at whatever level that I'm from what I am from you, that will definitely help as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brilliant. Yes. And I cannot wait. We're halfway through our mastermind together, aren't we, Alison? So exactly halfway through next week. So I cannot wait to see what the next 6 months brings. It's brought a heck of a lot already, hasn't it?
I know we've had an amazing time the last couple of months. And I think
Yeah.
as well, because there's so many things that I want to get in place and implement and have ready for the team. And I've been able to actually do that other than fluffing around and not getting it done. So, but thank
Yes.
you so much for that because you do help us a lot. We are very appreciative of you and your time, aren't
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for spending the time to come and do this because I
You're
do
welcome.
really appreciate it. I really do appreciate all your help. And thank you.
Oh, no, you're welcome.
Yes. So just before we do disappear, tell everyone where they can come and find you.
So I am just Alison Quinn on Facebook. I'm Alison Quinn online on Instagram, and I am Glow Academy with Alison Quinn in my Facebook group. So I'm a skin specialist. If you need any help at all, you can drop me a little message and I can help you out with anything.
Thank you so much, Alison. I shall see you later on.
Oh,
See you
you
later,
take care.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.